Thank you. We're going to start with the two hands we didn't bid out on page 25. So if you want to get 24 and 25 ready, that's where we're going to start. We'll actually start with a review. Then we'll do those pages. It's giving people a chance to come on if you want to take a look and review those two hands on page 24, or any of your notes on reevaluating your hand. So it kind of gets fresh in your mind.
Oh, my own stuff. Oh,
You'll have some people joining us. And you're invited to unmute and to access your video so I can see you. All I ask is that if you want to have a conversation, either on the phone or in person, that you then mute yourself.
It says this meeting is being recorded. Could you take
But
that
as
off?
this is a pretty interactive class, I'd like to be able to hear your input.
Okay, but you have a sign that's over your face that says this meeting is being recorded.
I'll answer that in a minute, Georgette. Still letting some people in. Okay, so hello, everybody. I'd like to start by addressing the question that was asked to me in the chat, which was whether or not I'm going to be Zooming the rest of the lessons or whether we're going to do them in person. Now, yeah, sessions are being recorded. Peter, that's your name, right? So Peter, I don't know if you can address this or not. I know your microphone is off. Let me just let Marion in. So we were talking with Lee last week about whether or not we could have some of these classes in person. And Lee sent me an email asking about whether or not there was a way to play and keep a 6-foot distance between the players. And I said to him, I couldn't see how we could all sit at a table and maintain a 6-foot distance from each other. That would be some monster sized table. And I don't know if we could play bridge on it. So he said he knew of a configuration that would work, and I haven't heard back from him. So do you have any information on that?
I haven't heard anything more on that, but I do know that I heard them talking yesterday, and they were going into the different rooms and measuring things. I think the most people they can put into the auditorium at Bar Harbor is the biggest room that we have. And they figured that the most people they can fit in there to keep the distancing in place is 16. So you all wouldn't be able to, my opinion, I'm thinking is you're better off keeping this virtual.
Okay, so I believe what I was talking to Lee about was not having any of these sessions on Zoom, but having additional sessions when this is over, where it would be capped at maybe 16 and we could have it in person. So if people are asking about whether these sessions for this advanced beginners bridge is going to be on Zoom, my belief will be the rest of these sessions will be on Zoom, but there may or may not be additional sessions that will all be in person. But I have to get an okay from Lee for that. Am I correct on that?
Yep, I'm just wondering how you could actually play bridge if you're all sitting so far apart.
Well, that was my question. So I don't know if they're going to have the 6-foot. I don't know. I don't know what the requirements are, but to answer the question about whether or not the sessions for this class are all going to be on Zoom, I believe the answer is yes. All right.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
now that does not stop you guys as I've told you many times, from sharing your information and getting together on your own and playing. I encourage it as long as you feel safe doing so because of, health reasons. The chat is right there on either the bottom or the top of your screen, depending on your device. It's in the same row as the reactions button, which by this time already is what you would click on to raise your hand. Click on reactions, then you click again on raise hand. So if you click on the chat, a little box will show up there under the participants, and you can type in your message, and you can say, I'm looking for some people to play bridge with. Here's my number. Here's my email address. People can contact you. I am not going to be able to get involved in that. That's outside of the purview of this class, but you guys can get together on your own. And I'm working on trying to get you some in-person classes so that you can play in person with some instruction and some guidance. All right, does that work for you?
Yes.
I hope so. Okay, so with that in mind, let's go over reevaluating your hand, when to do it and how to do it. And then we will, I'm just kind of letting you get the lay of the land here. We're going to bid the hands on page 25. And we're going to play out all 4 hands, 2 on 24 and the 2 on 25. And then we're going to get into a very meaty topic, which is doubles, penalty doubles and takeout doubles, whatever I'm talking about. All right, so that's a big agenda for less than 2 hours. So let's get started. So reevaluating your hand means, all right, everyone can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I thought I saw a little hand gesture from somebody that said, I can't hear you. All right, so reevaluating your hand means that when the cards are dealt to you, you've made a decision as to how many points you have, right? We count our high card points, we add 1 point for every card over 4 in a suit that has more than 4 cards in it. But once you and your partner have agreed on a suit, either you've both bid it or your partner has bid a suit and you can tell right away there's a fit. So he opens 1 spade, you've got 3 spades, there's a fit. Even if you don't bid it, there's a fit. So once there's a fit with your partner, and a fit of course is 8 cards, you can now look at your hand again and say, okay, I am not going to count. I have a choice. I can keep on counting the extra length, but the best way to do it is to now count my short suits. All right, I'm going to give value to my short suits. And why do you do that? Because your short suits have now become valuable because now you know which suits you don't want the length in. You want the length in the suit that's going to be the trump suit, hopefully going to be the trump suit. You don't want the value to be, you don't want to give value to a short suit if it's a suit that your partner has. So look at your hand. Okay, we have a fit. If you have a singleton in any other suit, even a suit that your partner has bid, if you have a singleton in any suit other than the one that you've agreed with your partner on, you're going to give that how many points, guys?
3.
3.
3 points. If you have a doubleton in any suit other than the one you've agreed on,
1.
1 point. 1 point.
And void.
And a void, which is the best, because you can trump it right away, is 5 points. Now, some people mentioned last time, well, they heard different point values for that. That's typically when some people play where I'm going to count my short suits. I'm going to give value to my short suits at the very beginning. And I would say that that is not the best way to go because you don't know which suits are going to be valuable if they're short right at the very beginning. So I would like you to do it this way and say, okay, I'm going to wait. I'm just going to give it some extra value to the long suits at the very beginning. But now that I know that I have a fit, I'm going to switch and give the value to the short suits. Can you, true or false? You can give points for your short suits and also extra points for the length.
False.
False. Can't do both. Okay? Can't have it both ways. If you end up doing that, you're going to overvalue your hand and you can think your hand has more points than it does, and you'll end up in a contract that's too high to make because you said, okay, my partner and I have a certain amount of points. Okay, we have to keep in mind before we decide to go to game. Remember, game level is 4 in the majors, 5 in the minors, and 3 in no trump. We are not giving points to short suits in no trump. Just like we don't give, I see your hand, Norma, please. I'd like people to try to use the reactions button, but I see your hand, Norma, and I'll call on you in a minute.
Because the people are talking.
People are talking?
Yeah, there's a murmur.
Okay, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
I don't
but-
hear anything.
Okay, I don't hear it, but if I do hear it, I will mute everybody.
Okay.
Thank you for pointing that out. Okay, so again, in no trump, if your partner and you have agreed on a no trump contract, we're only counting the high card points, right? We don't give ourselves anything for the extra length. We don't give ourselves anything for the shortness. God forbid you don't want to say that shortness is good in no trump. That's the worst thing you want to do. Okay, so once you and your partner have agreed on a suit and you've reevaluated your hand, we want to keep in mind the points that we would need to make game. In a major, if you have a major suit fit and you want to think about whether or not you should go to 4, which is game, you need 26 combined points. If you started out with 11 high card points and you now say, oh, look, I have a singleton and I can give myself 3 more points, that means you have 14. If your partner opened, you may not have realized before that you had enough points to make game, but now you know you do. Because if he has 13 and you now have 14 reevaluated, that's 27. That's enough for game, right?
Right.
Anybody not know what I'm talking about? Okay. If you had 10 points and your partner opened, and you would have said, well, I don't see we have a game here if he has a minimum hand, but even with a minimum hand, 13 to 15 points, if you have a void, there's 5 extra points in your hand, right? He opened and you've got 15 points, 10 plus the 5 for the void. That's enough to go to game, right?
Right.
Remember, if you find a fit in a minor suit, before you start saying, do I have enough to go to game in the minor suit? Remember, that's level 5, right? 5 clubs, 5 diamonds, 29 points between the two of you to make it. Explore whether or not you have a major suit also. You don't have to have a fit in a major suit, but if you're both bidding clubs, if you've got 4 hearts, you might want to tell him that you also have hearts. So he maybe the only suit he's missing is hearts. You bid hearts, he'll say, okay, now I know I can go to no trump. She's got the hearts covered. Do you guys understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Anybody need me to repeat that?
No.
Okay, good. So the reason I'm mentioning no trump is because 8 times out of 10, it's better to play in 3 no trump than in 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. First of all, it's 2 fewer tricks that you need. And secondly, as long as you have the other suits covered, you can run those clubs or those diamonds, whatever you had to fit in, and make a lot of tricks that way. Long suits are really great in no trump. Short suits, not so good. Okay, any questions about reevaluating your hand? Okay, if something comes up while we're talking, just hit the reactions button, click on raise hand, and we can go over it. All right, so last time, if I'm not mistaken, we did the bidding of the 2 hands on page 24, but we didn't play out the hands, right?
Right.
Did I ask you to do the 2 hands on 25 to bid them out for homework?
Mhm.
What's the matter with me? I thought I did. Okay, I should have.
Yes, you asked us to play out the hands with cards.
I asked you to play out the hands, but I didn't ask you to bid the hands on 25 or 26. Okay, then I said the right thing.
Nice
Right.
teachers don't give homework in the summer.
Whoever said I was nice.
Oh, okay.
Susan, I never promised you a rose garden. as the song says. All right, so if I'm giving you homework, it's not to be mean, it's to help you. Please take a minute, think about how you would bid the first hand on page 25. And again, please mute yourself if you're going to think out loud. Or talk to anybody.
When do they come off?
Please mute yourself if you're going to talk to somebody. Okay, believe it or not, you should have been able to bid out this hand in this amount of time. I know it seems mean, but I'm trying to get you to think a little faster because you're going to annoy people at the bridge table if you take too long to bid. And I don't want anybody to be annoyed with my lovely students. All right, let's start with South. Is there anybody that got to go all the way through the bidding that would like to show us how they bid? Please just raise your hand. I don't see any hands raised. Okay, Sharon?
Okay. South has 15 high card points plus 1 distribution point, so they had 16 points. So they have 5 hearts. I bid
So where did you give the extra point?
for the 5 hearts.
Good girl. Okay.
Oh, excuse me. Why wouldn't you give it for the diamonds then? I mean, for the clubs? Why wouldn't you?
Okay, again, you cannot give yourself the extra points until you have a fit.
Oh, okay.
There's
So
no
you
fit
gave-
at the beginning
So why did you give one for the hearts?
because you have 5 hearts.
Oh, I
We
see.
know at this point, we should know already that you count your high card points at the beginning plus 1 point for every card over 4.
Plus 1.
Okay, all right. Sharon, please continue.
Okay, West had 6 high card points. They pass. North had 10 high card points and 4 hearts. So I went to 2 hearts.
Okay, I'm going to stop you for a second. Is there a fit?
Now there's a fit.
So North can reevaluate her hand before she even bids.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you had to wait till after.
So remember I said at the beginning, I said, even if your partner hasn't bid yet, I mean, even if there hasn't been bidding from both sides, if you know there's a fit, you can reevaluate your hand right away.
Okay, good to know.
I have 2 clubs, Stamen.
I have 11.
Why are you doing Stamen?
What?
Sharon, I'm gonna ask number 1, I'm gonna ask us to be courteous and let the person who's talking finish. And number 2, statement is a response to a no Trump opening. This is a 1 heart opening.
Oh. Oh,
Okay, but let's let the person finish, and then if we have any questions. All right, because otherwise we're interrupting. All right, so Sharon, so now that we're reevaluating,
Then we can
North,
take.
what can
2
North bid?
So North then has 10 high card points plus 2 for the Diamonds Doubleton,
Hang on 1 second, take another look over here.
12.
Yes,
Oh,
1.
1 point. Oops.
Okay, Sharon, go ahead.
All right, so they have 11 points.
Right.
So I said that they would bid 2 hearts.
But now that you know
Because-
it's 11,
It's 11 and they know that their partner has 13. So that's only 24. So
oh,
that's.
right, but what's the response when you have I'm sorry to interrupt you after I said people not to interrupt,
That's
but if your
okay.
partner opens at the one level and you have 11 points and support for their major suit, what's your response?
So you
Okay.
then it would be a limited raise to 3 hearts.
Yes, it's a limit raise. Very good. Okay, so
Can
it's
I have-
1 heart by south, pass by
No.
west, 3 hearts by north. What would you like east to do?
Okay, East has 9 high card points. They're going to pass. South, at this point would then go to game 4 hearts.
Can you explain why?
Well, they know that they have 15 high card points plus in reevaluating their hand plus 1 is 16.
1 for the Doubleton clubs.
Correct. So that's 16, and they know that their partner had a limited raise, so that's more than 10. So they know that they could go to game.
Right, it's called a limit raise.
Limit
raise.
raise, pardon
So
me.
they know their partner has at least 11 or 12.
Correct.
Right.
So
Okay,
they'll
that's
go-
enough.
One question, please. On North,
Can I have a person who had her hand up? So I'm going to call on Georgette first. Georgette, if you will unmute.
Yeah, I'm on mute, yeah. For North, how did you get 11 points? Could you just evaluate?
Okay, so how many high card points does North have, Georgette?
5, 4, 9.
4 and 6? No.
Wait a minute, for spades, I have King 8, 6, 5. Is that
King
correct?
Jack 6-5.
Oh, that's the Jack?
Are you on page
Like an 8.
25? Are you on page 25?
Yes. Yes, that's King Jack.
oh,
Yes. It was not clear, that's why.
Okay,
Oh, 4, 6, and 4 is 10 plus a 1 for the, now I know, okay.
okay.
It
All right,
wasn't,
now the person who called out a question, what is your question?
that was the question. But the lady I didn't know that was a jack.
Okay, I'm not sure why it wasn't clear. I guess in the scanning
come
something.
It
out
wasn't
clear.
It
from the
wasn't
paper.
printed right, that's why.
Okay, no problem. All right, so we all understand the contract is 4 hearts.
Yes.
All right, and we're gonna go back over all these 4 hands and we're gonna talk about playing them. All right, please take a minute or 2 and bid out the second hand on page 25. And again, mute yourself if you're going to talk. Judith, I see your hand. I'll call on you after we do the bidding. Oh, yeah, 18. Hey, Judith, is your hand up to go over the bidding?
Just wanted to know for the first hand, when you use the term limit raise, I need some more clarification of a limit
Okay.
raise.
A limit raise is when your partner opens in a major suit and you have 11 or 12 points. You're the partner of the person who opens in a major suit. You have 11 or 12 points and you have support in that major suit, at least 3 cards. You would then go, when they say 1 heart, you would say 3 hearts. If you had 6 to 10 points, you would say 2 hearts, but with 11 or 12, you would say 3 hearts. That's an invitation to your partner to go to game. Okay,
Yes, thank you.
you're welcome. So I'm waiting for anybody to raise their hand to tell me that they would like to. I see a hand up. Judith, if you wouldn't mind putting your hand down. Ah, you
I
did.
did.
You did. Read my mind. Elizabeth, is your hand down?
It's up. It went off. I don't know why.
Okay, Elizabeth, would you go over the bidding, please, that you have for
Okay,
hand two?
so North has 18 high card points, too many for no trump. So she bids one club.
She does.
Yes.
East with 5 points passes. South with 13 high card points, but one for length. 14 points. So she goes 2 hearts.
Okay, so I'm gonna say again, I want to remind you that a response to your partner's opening bid at the 1 level shows 6 points or more. You
But
would
I thought
respond,
if you had 11, you could go to the 2 level.
no. A bid of 2 hearts is what they call, I want everyone to hear me because I've answered this question before, and I'm not that I mind answering questions, but I just wanted to be clear for you. When you skip a level as a responder and you change the suit, I'm not talking about 1 heart, 3 hearts. That's skipping a level, but it's not changing the suit, right, guys?
Yes.
1 heart, 2 spades. Do you hear that? I changed the suit and I skipped a level. Instead of saying 1 spade, I said 2 spades. Or 1 club, 2 hearts, like was just suggested. That's jumping a level and changing the suit. It's called a jump shift by responder. Jump shift, JUMP SHIFT. You're jumping a level and shifting to a different suit. That requires at least 17 points in responder's hand.
17? Oh.
I swear to God.
No, I know you didn't. So then
I
obviously,
wouldn't steer you wrong. So
Then
if your
obviously-
partner,
Yeah.
if you say 1 club openers and your partner says 1 heart, all you know from them is that they've got 4 hearts and at least 6 points. They could have 6, they could have 7, they could have all the way up to 16 points in their hand. Get what I'm saying?
yes.
That's why opener has to bid again. That's why if responder changes the suit, you don't know what they've got. They could have 6 or they could have a heck of a lot more. So you must
So-
bid again.
so-
You can't pass on
South-
that. That's why it can't be 1 club, 1 heart pass. So she's
So
gonna say,
South says 1 heart.
she's gonna say 1 heart,
Right.
promising 6 points all the way up to 16 as responder. Okay, what would you like West to do?
West passes with 4.
Now, West is in the overcall position and she's got a 5-card suit. Not nearly enough points to overcall.
Right. So she passes.
Okay, what would you like North to do now that
Yeah,
her
now
partner
North
has bid 1 heart?
Now North reevaluates and gives herself another point for the Doubleton. She has
So she's got 19 points.
Yeah, 19 points. And so, and she only knows that South has 6 or more. So 19 and 6 is,
Yes, that's true. She
25.
only knows that South has 6 or more, but she's got 19.
yeah, so 19 and 6 is, right,
25.
25, that is game, pretty much. So, does she go right away to 4 hearts?
Not only, wait a minute, never mind what I was gonna say, not only, yes, she would go to 4 hearts.
Mhm.
But
Okay,
if, for those people that left it there and said, okay, the contract is 4 hearts, pass, it's true that he passes after North says 4 hearts. So let's go down to Miss South over here. What does she know? She knows her partner would not have gone to 4 hearts unless she had a maximum hand, 19 or more points. Because how can North blithely go to 4 hearts knowing that South may only have 6? She'd have to have a lot of extra points, at least 19. She can't have too much more than 19, otherwise she would have opened 2 clubs, right, guys?
Right.
So 22 points, okay. So at this point, South says, my partner has 19 points because she jumped all the way to game. And I'm sitting there with 5, 12, 13, 14 points. And 19 and 14 is 33. Does that number ring a bell in anyone's head? 33?
Lamb.
Lamb.
That's enough points for slam. So she can do something like ask for aces, which I haven't taught you yet, so don't worry about it. Let's just say that the correct contract is 6 hearts. How they got there, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about it as we go through. Why is the correct contract 6 hearts? Because through reevaluation, South realizes that they have a combined 33 points. And they have 9 hearts. And how does South know that they have 9 hearts? Somebody tell me. Come on, you can do it. Sharon, how do they know? How does she know that they have 9 hearts?
Well, North opened with 1 club and South changed the suit to hearts. That means they had to have at least 4.
Right.
And when North looks at her hand, she has 4, so she knows they have a fit.
No, she doesn't have a 4.
Please do not interrupt. Let her finish, please. Yes, North knows there's a fit. But what did North do that told South we have 9, not 8? Okay, let me help you. South said 1 heart when North said 1 club. 1 club. North said 1 club, South said 1 heart. Everybody with me?
Yes.
What is she promising? She's promising at least 6 points, and she's promising at least 4 hearts, right? She's promising 4 hearts. North went to game in hearts. How many hearts did North have to have to know that there was a fit in hearts?
4.
4. Because you have to have a fit of 8. North could not have 3 hearts and have done that. Because all South was promising was 4. So for North to say we have a fit, she'd have to have 4. Does everyone get that?
Yes.
Okay. But in fact, South has a little secret. She's got 5 hearts, not 4 hearts. So she knows her partner has 4. She's got 5. They must have 9. They must. Unless North doesn't know what she's doing. Okay, we're good? So she's got an extra heart, which is always nice to have extra trump, and they've got 33 points. They're going to end up in 6 hearts. How they're going to make it, we'll figure it out. Okay, let's go back to 24, and you should have played out these hands, these 2 hands that we did last time.
I didn't.
I believe we had a contract of 3 no trump for the first hand.
Yes.
And remember, when you're playing in no trump, you're counting your winners, not your losers. The contract was no trump by East. East was the first one to bid no trump, so East is declarer. West is demi. South's on lead. Stop me if you don't understand.
Yes.
When you lead against no trump, going to lead 4th down from your longest and strongest, unless your partner has bid a suit. North bid anything?
No. She passed.
As a review, the bidding started with East. It was 1 diamond by East, passed by South, 1 spade by West, passed by North, 1 no trump by East, passed by South, 3 no trump. Wait a minute, did I say this right? 1 diamond by East, 1 spade by West, 1 no trump by East, 3 no trump by West. So spades were bid by the opposite.
Could you repeat that, please? What you just said?
We did this last time, but I'll do it. East opened 1 diamond. South passed. West responded 1 spade, showing a 4-card major. North said pass. East said one no trump, showing a minimum hand, 6, 7, and 7 is 14. Okay. We're not counting any points for the doubleton club because she's not doing that if she's bidding no trump. And Wes said, if my partner can say 1 no trump, I can say 3. That's how they ended up in 3 no trump. So South looks at her cards. She's got a 4-card spade suit. That's her only 4-card suit. But her opponents have bid spades.
Right,
They also bid diamonds.
right.
She's really a lousy situation here. I would say probably to lead the club. Maybe if she leads the 10 of clubs, maybe she could force out the king and queen and make her jack good. I don't know. That's the best thing that I could see. How many of you thought it was a club lead? Do you guys all think a club lead?
Yes.
Yeah. Now, normally you do lead your longest suit, but since the opponents bid it, I wouldn't lead the spades. Right?
So she led a 10?
She would. I think she would lead the 10 of clubs.
But I think-
Never, ever, ever lead the ace in no trump unless you've got the king and the queen with it.
Mhm.
Promise me you won't.
Miss,
Because that ace is always going to be good. Eventually, they're going to have to lead that suit. Okay. You're going to get a witness to notarize that statement that you will never lead an ace. Okay, 10 of clubs goes down on the table. West puts down her hand. East makes her plan, counting her winners. Practice 3 no trump. She must win 9 tricks. In spades, how many winners does she have?
two,
That's it, baby.
How many?
You tell me.
5?
How do you see
2.
5 winners in spades?
Well, ace, king, jack, and 10 and 9.
Where do you get?
what? Ace king, that's it.
Ace and king belong to east. Queen and jack belong to north. East is making her plan for how many winners she's going to make.
She's
not
on
count-
second hand. She's on the second hand, the one lower.
I don't know why. We're doing the first hand.
Oh, you're doing the first hand. Oh.
I don't know why you think we were doing the second one. Okay, so two tricks in spades.
Tricks and.
In hearts,
2.
2 definite,
Right.
and the
Maybe-
possibility
maybe
of a
1.
third,
Maybe 3.
maybe. But let's count our definites. 2 in spades, 2 in hearts. That's 4.
Hmm.
In diamonds, how many definites?
1.
2.
2.
She's got the ace, queen, jack.
Where are you? I can't.
Oh my goodness. Okay, we're on page 24, the first hand.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yep.
In diamonds, she is going to get 2 tricks in diamonds. Why? Because she's got the ace, queen, jack. If all she had was the ace, queen, then you could say, yes, only 1 definite. But she's got the queen and the jack. 1 can go off on the king and 1 will be a winner.
Okay.
When I say 1, I mean the queen or the jack.
Right.
Right, guys?
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. So we're counting 6 tricks so far.
Right.
2 in spades, 2 in hearts, 2 in diamonds.
Clubs.
Now, in clubs, how many tricks? Sure, tricks.
1.
4.
Just 1,
Just 1.
either the king or the queen.
Mhm.
If she loses the king to the ace, she's got the queen, and vice versa.
Mhm.
So are you counting 7 short tricks?
Yes.
Yes.
That's all I'm counting. She's got to make 2 more tricks. Where is she looking for tricks? What suit? What suit is the best place to look for extra tricks?
Diamond
Diamond.
Diamonds is
Diamonds.
choice number 1,
or
and
heart.
hearts is choice number 2.
Mhm.
When you're playing in no trump, you want to look to your longest suits. Those are the ones that you have the best chance of making tricks in, because when you make your tricks in your longest suits,
Mhm.
you force out the opponents to play theirs, and then your little ones get to be good. Okay, both the suits, hearts and diamonds, require a finesse.
Right.
talked about a finesse the last time.
Hmm.
And in both cases, the card you're missing, the king, you're missing the king in diamonds and you're missing the queen in hearts, correct?
Yes.
They're both in the right place. We're going to make this contract. No problem. Okay. 10 of clubs down on the table. So, sorry? 10 of clubs down on the table. Now, normally, second hand plays low. I think I want her to play the queen.
Okay.
Queen of clubs, 2 of clubs by north, 4 of clubs by east. True or false? She plays the club back. East won the trick in the dummy with the queen of clubs. Yes, she plays it back, right?
Right.
Yeah.
God, no. You don't play back with the opponent's lead. If you could possibly help it.
Mm-hmm.
It's their suit. They're leading their good suit. Stay away from their good suit. What suit do you want to push? The diamonds. That's what I said. You're going to push the diamonds. So we're going to finesse. We're trying not to lose to the king of diamonds. So cross out the 2 of diamonds. That's what she's going to lead next.
Right.
North will either play the 9, the 10, or the king. If North plays the king, East beats it with the ace, and then all of her diamonds are good. Let's say that North plays the king. Cross out the king of diamonds. East plays the ace. And South plays the 4. With me?
Yep.
So DeClara hasn't lost any tricks yet, right?
Right.
She won the club trick with the queen, and now she won the diamond trick with the ace. And her opponents have played their king. Now that she's in her hand, she leads the queen of diamonds. South plays the 6. I'm going to say it slowly, make sure everybody follows along. West plays the 3. North plays the
9.
9. All the while, East is counting. She counted 2 rounds of diamonds, right?
Yes.
Everybody followed suit, didn't they? Everybody
Right.
played a diamond.
Yes.
That means 8 diamonds went out.
10, 11.
She's got 3 more in her hand.
She just goes with it.
So she knows her opponents have 2 more left. Everybody did the math?
Yes.
There's 8
Yes.
diamonds going out. She's got 3 more in her hand, makes 11. Opponents have 2 more. If one person has both the 10 and the 7, she's going to lose a diamond because her jack won't be able to get it out. But she's going
Right.
to be lucky and she's going to get out the 2 remaining diamonds with her jack.
Right.
She plays the jack of diamonds. South plays the 7. West throws off a low spade. They're useless to her. And East holds her breath to see if North is going to play a diamond. Because if North plays a diamond, that's all of the opponent's diamonds and the rest of her diamonds are good.
Right.
Everyone see, here's the
Yes.
North throws off the 10. East reaches across the table, kisses her right on the mouth, and now plays her other 2 diamonds. Because she counted 11 diamonds going out.
Mm-hmm.
So she's got 2 more left in her hand. They've got to be good. And nobody can trump them because you're playing in no trump. Like
Mhm.
reason why I want you to play no trump instead of 5 clubs or 5 diamonds. Okay, 8 of diamonds. South throws off a little spade. West can throw up a little spade. Actually, West doesn't throw up anything. East tells West what to do, right?
Right.
Mhm.
West is the dummy. Okay, and North can throw off a low club. They're meaningless. East will play the remaining diamond. It's good. South throws another spade. I guess East will throw a 8 of spades from the dummy, and North will throw a low heart. I mean, she's got nothing. Okay. She has now won, East has now won 6 tricks. one
Mhm.
club and 5 diamonds. She needs 3 more tricks. No problem. There's 2 aces, there's an ace king of spades, an ace king of hearts, and you know what? She's gonna get an extra heart to boot because she is going to finesse the heart from her hand, which means she's gonna try to make that jack good. Watch how she does that. She plays a low heart. 4 of hearts. You can cross out the 4 of hearts.
Mhm.
South plays low, 7 of hearts. West plays the jack and hopes that the queen is not sitting in north.
Right.
It's not. North plays the 3 of hearts. Now she's won a trick with the jack. If North had the queen, okay, that's fine. So she won with the jack. She plays the king of hearts. I'm not going through one at a time. She plays the king of hearts. She plays the ace of hearts. She plays a spade to her ace king of spades in her hand. And the only thing she loses in this whole thing is going to be the ace of clubs. She's got to play a club eventually, right?
Right.
She's going to make 6 no trump. And it's all because she pushed the suit that she had the best chance of making tricks in. Linda, you have a question?
Yeah, wouldn't you just go for the sure thing, in case you lose control?
If she loses control, she can get control back with the clubs, she can get control back with the spades, and she can get control back with the hearts. Yes, you would. The answer to your question is yes, you would go for the sure thing if you were afraid to lose control because you didn't have stoppers, winners in the other suits. But she's got winners in everything.
Okay,
You know what I'm saying?
yes.
She doesn't have to worry about losing control. She'll get that control back. Okay?
Okay.
Roberta, you have a question?
Okay, yeah.
Roberta, I think you're muted. You must have muted yourself.
Okay, is that better?
That is.
Okay, so when the diamonds, when North played a diamond, they chose to play the king first. Usually the adage is second hand low.
Okay, so let's
What
say.
was the reason for that? What was the thinking?
Well, because she's
behind
got the
that?
10 and 9, and she might have been hoping to push out the ace and maybe make either her 10 or 9 good.
Okay.
If her partner had the queen of jacks. So let's do it the other way. So let's have West lead a diamond and North plays the 9, right?
Mm-hmm.
North plays the 9. And what will East play then?
Well, I would play the queen and see if I can finesse the
Or the
queen
jack?
into it. Or the jack, queen of the jack.
All right, so what Roberta is saying is, why did necessarily North play the king of diamonds? So let's say she doesn't play the king of diamonds. So she leads the 2 of diamonds. North plays the 9 instead of the king, right? East plays the jack, never the ace, because once you do that, you've said goodbye to the king. And South plays low. Now she knows where the king of diamonds is, right? Where
Right.
to stay with
That-
her. So she
right.
gets back into her hand. She gets back into the dummy to finesse the diamonds again. How can she get back into the dummy? What can she play to get back
She
into the
can
dummy?
play a heart.
Absolutely.
Yeah, to get
She
back.
gets
into-
back into her hand, she does the diamonds again. She knows where the king is now. She plays the 3. If North plays the 10, she plays the queen. Then she plays the ace, gets out his king, and all the diamonds are gone.
Okay,
So it
so
works
when
both
North
ways.
chose the king, they were just hoping to get the ace out,
Right.
get it out of the way. Okay, that was my
Right.
question.
But it works,
Thank you.
it works even if she doesn't play the king.
Okay, great,
But she
thank
had to
you.
get back, into the dummy to finesse the diamonds again. And she
So
had,
once the first finesse works, you try it again.
well, once you know where the king is, you'd be silly not to do it again.
Okay,
Okay.
great.
Linda, you have a question?
Oh, no, I didn't lower my hand, I'm sorry.
Okay. All right, so we're good with that hand?
Yes.
So how did you guys do when you played it on your own?
Similar.
Good.
Yeah.
I hope you used the finesse. Okay, so hand number 2 on page 24. The contract was 4 hearts, I believe.
Yes.
I believe North opened one heart, East passed, South said one spade because she had beautiful spades. West passed, North said one no trump, and South went to 4 hearts.
Right.
Okay. So that means that North is Declara, because she's the first one to bid the suit that ends up being trump, which means East is on lead. So East heard a spade bid from her opponents, a heart bid from her opponents, and a no trump bid from her opponents. What did you guys think that East should lead?
King of diamonds.
King of diamonds.
King of diamonds is a very nice lead. It's what they call top of touching honors. And it forces out, if the opponents have the ace, it forces out the ace of diamonds, makes your queen good. You always want to lead the highest one of touching honors. If you have the king, queen, don't lead the queen, lead the king. Let your partner know the best one you have. Touching honors means that there are 2 high cards in succession. Ace, king, king, queen, queen, jack. There are 2 picture cards consecutive. You always want to lead the higher one. Okay, king of diamonds comes down on the table. South puts her hand down. North says, thank you, partner, because it's a lovely hand. And North makes her plan, North is Declara, North makes her plan to lose no more than 3 tricks. Because when you're playing in a suit contract, not no trump, you count your losers. So she can't lose more than 3 tricks, or she won't make a contract of 4 hearts. So let's look at spades. How many tricks does she lose in spades?
None.
Oh my God, they're gorgeous. Gorgeous. And if she plays them right, with the queen first, and then the 8 to all those other ones, she makes all those good tricks in spades. But she's only got 2 spades in her hand, and she's got 6 spades in the dummy.
Right.
So when she plays the ace and the king and the jack and the 9, all those other spades later, she's not going to have any spades in her hand to throw off on them. So what can she do with all those winner spades? She can throw off her garbage cards in the other suits, right?
Right.
Of the loser.
So one way to make your contract is to throw off your losers on your winners. We'll talk about how to do that in a little bit. All right. So in spades, she doesn't lose anything. How about in hearts? Does she lose anything in hearts?
No.
No.
She's got the ace, the king, the queen, the jack. Even if one of her opponents has all 4 trump that she's missing, right? Because we always want to count and see how many trump we're missing. She doesn't lose any tricks in hearts because she's got the ace, the king, the queen, and the jack. That's going to take all 4. That's going to win all 4 trump tricks, even if one person has all 4 trump.
Yes.
Yes? Good. No losers in spades, no losers in hearts. Do you see that there's 1 loser in diamonds?
Yes.
Right. She's got the ace in one hand, and she's got a doubleton, a lousy doubleton in the other. One of those lousy diamonds will go off on the ace, and the other one's a loser. And then, of course, she has a loser in clubs. So that's 2 losers. That means she makes an over trick. I'm telling you that she can make 6. She can make 6, maybe even 7, maybe even 7. How could she not lose anything? She's going to throw off her garbage on her spades. King of diamonds is led. 2 of diamonds from south. 3 of diamonds from west. Here's the thing, guys. 3rd hand plays high, right? I've taught you that. 2nd hand plays low. 2nd person to play plays low. And 3rd person to play plays their highest card. Except in this case, West's highest card is a jack of diamonds. She wouldn't play because her partner has already led the king. So what good would it do to if East had led a low diamond, then when West played 3rd hand, she'd play a high diamond. But when your partner already leads the king, what good does it do to play the jack on it?
Mhm.
You're not gonna win any tricks like that. So it's gonna be king of diamonds, 2 of diamonds from south, 3 of diamonds from west, ace of diamonds from north. Grab that trick right now.
Mhm.
You're gonna try not to lose any more tricks. Let's see if it can be done. I say yes. What do you do first?
Old Trump.
You get the opponent's trump out.
Mhm.
Pull trump, pull trump, pull trump. That's what you want to do first. Okay. And it doesn't really matter whether she ends up in her hand or in the dummy. She's got transportation back and forth. Transportation means she's got a way to get from one hand to the other, back and forth. Okay, so let's have her lead the 6 of hearts from her hand.
Mhm.
6 of hearts from her hand. 2 of hearts from east. What should she play from the dummy?
Queen.
A queen. Otherwise, she loses the trick. 8 of hearts from west. She goes, great. I know one person doesn't have all the trump. She's counting how many trumps she's missing. She
Right.
was missing 4 and 2 just came out. So in a perfect world, which it is in this case,
Okay.
one more play of the trump will get out all the remaining trump cards from her opponents. And once you get out the opponent's trump, stop playing trump.
Right.
Stop, stop, stop.
Mhm.
Okay. So she won that trick in her hand. No, I lied. She won that trick in the dummy. She leads the 3 of hearts. Why is she doing that? So she can win the heart trick in her hand. 3 of hearts from south, 10 of hearts from west, either the jack or the king. It doesn't make any difference, right? She saw the queen go out already. Jack of hearts from north, 7 of hearts from east. She saw 2 rounds of trump go out. That's 8 trump, plus the 2 that's left in the dummy, plus the 3 that's left in her hand. There are no more trump cards in opponent's hands. Stay away from trump. Where does she go next?
Do her
Spades.
Spades.
Right.
Spades. Her next best chance to make tricks. She starts with the queen. Because you want to play what they call the honor from the short side. When you have winners in one hand and winners in the other, play the winners in the shorter hand first,
But she's in the dummy. Okay.
which is her hand. Queen is in her hand. So where did she win that last trick in? In her
Dummy.
hand. So she's there already. If she wasn't there already, she would have played. If she had ended up in the dummy, she would have led a low spade to the queen. She wants to take the first trick of the first spade trick with the queen. Want to take it with the shorter suit, shorter side. So she leads the queen of spades. 3 of spades from east. Don't you dare beat that spade. 2 of spades in the dummy. 6 of spades in west. Where'd she win the trick?
In her
Yeah.
hand.
In her hand. She plays the next card from her hand.
With which
8 of
one did she
spades.
play it with? Which one? Which spade?
Again, she won it with the queen.
Okay.
When you have a short side, meaning not too many cards in one side, and a long side and winners in both, you take the winner from the short side first.
So she plays that's 2 afterwards.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, she plays the 8.
The
She
8?
won it with the queen.
Right.
Yeah,
She played the 2 on the queen. Now
Okay.
she plays the 8 from her hand,
right.
to the ace, or the king, or the jack, or the 10, or the 9. Do you guys see that they're all the same?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8 of spades from north, 4 of spades from east, ace of spades from south, 7 of spades from west. She's also counting the spades, and she realizes nobody else has spades.
Right. So they're all.
But they could trump them, can't they? No.
No.
She did the smart thing, and she pulled out all of her opponent's trump first.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.
So she's got 1, 2, 3, 4 winning tricks in the dummy.
Right.
And what is she going to dump on those 4 winning tricks?
A diamond.
dump-
Club.
She's going to dump the
Clubs.
10 of diamonds, the 9 of diamonds, the 9 of clubs and the 10 of clubs.
Mhm.
Guys, I'm sorry, but I don't think she's going to be able to get rid of that one of the clubs. She is going to lose a club.
Oh, she is.
Let's do it anyway. All right, so she's in her hand, King of Spades. I don't care what you get rid of in West. Really don't. Just do anything you want. 9 of diamonds from her hand. Get rid of something from East, I don't care what. Jack of Spades. Again, West and East, you can discard whatever you want. She gets rid of the 10 of diamonds in her hand. Why does she do that?
So she can
She
trump it.
can't lose any diamond tricks, right?
Right.
Right.
Right, she still has 2 more spades. 10 of spades.
No, she can't trump it.
And West does whatever. She gets rid of the 9 of clubs in her hand. You see where this is going, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
Then on the 9 of spades,
Okay.
she gets rid of the 10 of clubs.
Mhm.
And if she leads a diamond now, she's in her hand. If she leads a diamond, she can trump it, but at some point she's got to play a club from somewhere. I don't see any place for her to get rid of that last club. She's got 1 club left in her hand and she's got 1 club left in the dummy, and she will have to lead it from somewhere first, and she's going to lose a club, but she will make 6 hearts, losing only the 1 heart. Okay, you guys got that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, let's go on to page 25. And the contract was 4 hearts. South was the dealer, who bid hearts first? South bid hearts first. And actually, wasn't the contracts? No, the contract was 4 hearts. Okay. So West is on lead. Now, what do you think West should lead? What would you lead if you were West? You heard the bidding.
Spade is
The only
spade.
suits that were bid were hearts.
Oh, it's okay.
Spade.
So.
I'm leading a spade on that.
Me too.
I have a Doubleton spade, which means, did we go over leads?
No, yes,
Did I teach you about high-low?
yes.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so high-low means if I lead the 8 and my partner takes the trick, which my partner won't, because you can see where the ace is, right? But if my partner took the trick, let's say my partner had the ace king of spades. In a perfect world, my partner had the ace king of spades. I lead the 8 of spades, my partner takes it with the ace. Then he plays back the king, and I play the 7. I played high, then I played lower. I just told my partner I don't have any more spades. He plays back a spade, he knows I can trump it if I have trump. But it's not going to work out that way. But you don't know that when you make your lead. So 8 of spades. North puts her hand down on the table. South makes her plan, counting winners or losers.
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 Losers in a suit contract. How many tricks can she lose?
Great.
3. She's playing 4 hearts. She has to make 10 tricks. She can lose 3 tricks. Okay, so she goes suit by suit. Any losers in spades?
Yeah,
Does she have the possibility of losing a trick in spades?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The queen of spades, right?
Yeah.
Right.
She could lose that jack to the queen of spades.
Mm-hmm.
How about in hearts? Any possibility of losing a trick in hearts?
No.
Yes,
Mhm.
there is.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely there is. If one of
Two.
her opponents, if one of her opponents has all 4 hearts that she's missing, that
She might
means
lose.
it's 4 hearts topped by a jack.
Mm-hmm.
She's only got the top 3
Oh.
hearts, right? She's got the ace, the king, and the queen, which means that if one of her opponents has all 4 hearts, she's not going to be able to get that jack out. If she leads the ace, then the king, then the queen, one of her opponents would still have the jack if they have all 4.
Mhm.
But it didn't
Right.
work out. And that's an unusual distribution of trump, to have it 4 and 0 like that. Usually when you're missing 4, the usual configuration is 3 and 1. Then second, then close to that is 2 and 2, 4 and 0 unlikely. So she has a possibility of losing 1 spade. the possibility of losing one heart. Definitely she could lose one diamond.
Yes.
Anybody not see why? She's got the ace in one hand and a doubleton in the other. So one of the diamonds in the doubleton will go out on the ace and the other one is a loser. Let me just get somebody in. Okay. In clubs, how many possible losers does she have?
One.
Two.
Ooh.
Could lose two.
The queen and the
She
ace.
could lose the king to her opponent's ace and her jack to her opponent's queen. She could lose two tricks in clubs. One trick in diamonds is 3. I'm not even going to count the hearts because that's really unusual. Two tricks in clubs, one trick in diamonds is 3, and one trick in spades is 4. And in a really bad situation, a trick in hearts, which would be 5. But she's got 4 definitely possible losers there. Let's see if she can make her contract. Okay, who's on lead? West. West plays the 8 of spades. What do you want North to play?
Five.
You want North to play on the, and normally we say second hand low,
Jack.
but all she's got in her hand to beat something from East is the ace.
Date.
So just stay with me. If West plays the 8 and North plays low by playing a 5, when I say North plays low, I mean she tells North to play the 5. If West plays the 8, she tells North to play low a 5, and East plays a 3. South is going to have to play an ace to beat that 8.
No.
She's not going to get anything for it.
Mm.
So I want her to play the jack. Here's why the jack's a good idea. If East has the queen and she plays it on the jack, South still has the ace to beat her. If West had the queen and played low anyway, North's jack is going to take the trick. You see that?
Yes.
That's why the jack's a good move. So Roberta, you were saying about playing second hand low, right? That's not in every situation. There are situations in which you look at this and you say, wait a second, that's not the best way to go. So these things are kind of like guidelines, but they're not written in stone. All right? Okay. So 8 of spades by West, and you can just kind of use your pencil and just put a little tick marker through it. The cards that I call out. Jack of spades by North. I want East to play the queen. East to play the queen. She's not going to let her take it with the jack. Queen of spades by East. Ace of spades by South. Okay.
What, the ace of spades by South?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes. Yes. Ace of spades by South. Now, what does she do at her first opportunity?
Old Trump.
Ultra. Now, I don't want to spend a million years because it's almost 10 after 4 and we haven't even learned our lesson today. So I'm just going to say she's going to pull trump and she only has to play it twice to get out all the opponent's trump, right? She's going to play it twice. And she has the ace king in one hand and the queen in the other. So she has to decide which hand she wants to end up in, right? Because she could win it in either place. You guys with me?
Yes.
I'd like her to end up in South. So she can finesse the clubs. All right. So she's going to play 2 rounds and she could win with the ace, king of hearts, right? Take those 2 tricks in South and she'll be in South. Let's finesse those clubs so she doesn't lose the club. Okay. So she's going to lead a 4. So after she pulls the trump, she'll lead a 4 of clubs from South. If West plays low, which she will, North plays the jack, and East plays the ace to beat her. So that means she's only going to lose 1 club trick because she's got the king after that. Or she plays the 4, If West plays high and she plays the queen, North plays the king, East plays the ace to beat her, and then North takes a club trick with the jack. Get it?
Yes.
Either way, because she ended up, when she played the hearts, she ended up in the right place to finesse. And because she finessed the clubs, she will only lose one club trick. She will lose a diamond trick. That's one club, one diamond, and one spade. And she will not lose any hearts. She makes her contract. You see it? I hope you see it. Okay. North is the dealer for the last hand. The contract was 6 hearts. I told you that was the one with the 33 points and the 9 hearts.
Yes.
But I was out of my mind. Let's see if we can make this.
Yes.
Yes, they're agreeing that I'm out of my mind. Okay, very nice. Okay, South is to Clara. She bid the hearts first. West is on lead. Now, West heard club bid from her opponents, heart bids. She heard, that's it, right? Clubs and hearts. Okay, so what would you like her to lead?
Gem.
I think a diamond. I think a jack of diamonds. Let's do a jack of diamonds. Okay, jack of diamonds goes down on the table. North puts down her hand. South makes her plan not to lose more than one trick. In spades, does she have any losers?
No.
In hearts, does she have any losers? Don't look at East and West.
Yes.
Don't look at
Yes.
East and West. I know she has going to lose something, but South doesn't know that. I want you to pretend you're South. When you're Declara, all you see is the card that was led and the dummy.
The queen, you'll lose. the-
She has 9 trump. What she needs not to lose any hearts is a 2-2 split in the opponents. 2-2 split meaning that even if somebody has the queen, which somebody does, it's going to go out. A 2-2 split, her opponents will each play a heart on her ace. Her opponents will each play a heart on her king, and then they won't have any left. Which means the queen is going to fall. But just to be mean, I made it a 3-1 split.
Yeah.
So she's going to play the ace. Both of them are going to play. She's going to play the king, and West is going to show out of hearts, and she'll know that East has the king, the queen. She won't play hearts anymore. No point in playing 2 of your hearts to get out of the queen, because you're going to lose the queen anyway, right? She'll stop playing at that point. So she's going to definitely lose a heart. She doesn't know that now. So she's probably thinking, nah, I'm not going to lose any hearts. But she will. In diamonds, will she lose any tricks?
No.
She can. She's got an ace king doubleton, and she's got 2 lousy little diamonds sitting in the dummy. She won't lose any diamonds. In clubs, could she possibly lose a trick?
Yes.
Yes.
Which one?
The king.
King.
King. So she could lose the king of clubs. She could lose the queen of hearts. So, will she lose the club? Will she lose the club?
Yeah.
Well, the question is, the ace, queen, 5, 4 is sitting on the board, is sitting on the table. So when she does lead a club, if you're West, are you playing the king?
No. Oh.
South leads the jack. You're going to play the 6 on that jack? Do you have any reason to play the king?
Right.
I'm asking you, do you have any reason to play the king?
No. Yes, to
Go ahead, Linda. What were you going to say?
get out the ace.
No.
Get out the ace, and then what happens next?
No.
And then,
Well, I might play the king, because then my 10, maybe I'll take out opponent's queen. What about my 9?
They'll fall to the jack. Well, who's got the jack?
Oh, she's leading the jack,
Oh,
unless she doesn't lead the jack, unless she leads low. What if she leads low? What if she leads the 2 of clubs? And now West plays the 9.
jack.
And then what does she play? What does she play on the 9?
Queen.
Queen. Okay. And then he plays the 7. So now she won that, she would win that trick in the dummy, right?
Right.
She could play a diamond, get back into her hand, right? And finesse the clubs again. Play the 3. What is West play? I think at this point, West is going to play the king. Try to push out that ace. Okay, West plays the king. North plays the ace. East plays the 3. The 8, sorry. Let's get back into the hand again. Play another diamond, get back into South. Lead that jack. Jack of clubs. What is West going to play?
The 10 or the 9.
Not the 10.
The 9.
Jack. Why would she play the 10? She'll play the 6.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then North will play a low one. West still has that 10. That scary old 10. But that 10's not going to do any good because South doesn't have any more clubs at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And South can trump that club. See that? She pushed the clubs until she got all her high ones good. So because she didn't lead the jack, because she led low, she now will not lose a club. She will not lose a diamond. She will not lose a spade because she's got 3 spades in each hand and she's got the ace, the king, the queen, the jack. And she's probably thinking she's, well, at this point, she would have played the trump. So she would have known that she's losing the queen of hearts. And that's the only one she's going to lose. So she lost one trick. She lost the queen of hearts. The one suit she probably didn't think she was going to lose a trick in. That's the one she lost the trick in. And she makes 12 tricks. So she makes a contract. All with a finesse. You see it? I know I whipped through this pretty fast, but I've got to get you the material. If you go through it and you still don't understand it, email me, give me your phone number, I'll call you and I'll go over it. Okay? That's the best I can do for you because I know for some people it's very fast. But I will take the time and I'll go over it with you, maybe one-on-one. Okay, let's turn to 26. I'm going to give you a couple of minutes to read over 26 and 27. And then we will, it may not make any sense to you now, but I will go over penalty doubles, takeout doubles, overcalls, all that stuff. It's a very long lesson. I don't think we're going to get through it today, but we'll do our best. How about 4 minutes to read over as much of 26 to 32 as you can? If it doesn't make sense, hopefully it will in a few minutes.
So you want us to read it now?
I want you to look it over now, please.
Go put dinner in. Go put potatoes in. Oh, cool.
What?
Well.
Okay, just another minute or so. Okay, if I could ask everyone to kind of come back together. Before we go over doubles, I just want to mention something from the first page, which is the schedule. I have on July 20, first of all, everything is 1 week later, right? Because there
Right.
was that 1 week where I got caught in that hellacious traffic on the Cross Bronx Expressway. Don't ever go there unless you want to kill somebody.
Ugh.
All right, so anyway, so our last week is not July 30th.
Mhm.
That's number one. Number two, this doubles thing may end up taking us 2 classes. It's very long. And there's a lot of information. And also this what's the rule thing, I'm looking at that and I'm saying that's pretty ambitious for 1 week also, because that's 4 different concepts I was teaching in 1 week. Trying to get as much information into your head as possible. So there might be one lesson that gets skipped, and I'm trying to figure out which one would be the one. And I would say that Jacoby to no Trump, of all the things I'm teaching you, that I think would be the least valuable for you. Even though it's not, I'm not saying it's not valuable, but it would be, if I'm going to skip something, it would be that. So there's a possibility you might not get to Jacoby to no Trump, but you will have the material in case you want to kind of teach it to yourself. So just letting you know. All right. So let's follow along, please, as I read from 26, and I'll show you some examples of what I'm talking about. Let's start with overcalls. So the one thing about overcalls, penalty doubles, takeout doubles, you're not the opener, right? None of these things can happen if you are the opener. Somebody, your opponents have bid. You're not the responder, and you're not the opener. Nobody on your side has bid yet. Everybody with me? You've heard from your opponents only. And let's start with overcalls. An overcall is a bid made by one partnership after the other partnership has made an opening bid. The requirements for an overcall are somewhat different from those needed to make an opening bid. So if I'm opening, I need 13 points. Some people play 12, up to 21 to make an opening bid at the one level.
Oh,
You know
yes.
all that. If I'm overcalling, I need to have a 5-card suit, right? If my right-hand opponent has said 1 heart, and I say 2 diamonds as an overcall, I am telling my partner, I am promising you 5 diamonds. And I'm promising you around opening points, depending on what level I overcall. We've had this already in beginner's bridge. Okay, review the notes on overcalls if you don't remember it. A player making an overcall bid should have at least 5 cards. I would say must have at least 5 cards in the suit in which he's bidding. And that would be true whether or not it's a major suit. Like I said, my opponent says North says 1 heart, East says 2 diamonds as an overcall. Better have 5. An overcall often indicates opening points, but with a good suit, 2 picture cards in that suit, you can overcall with 10 high card points. You know all that. Okay. All right, so we're all good on overcalls, right? What if you don't have a 5-card suit, but you have opening points? Well, you might be able to do something called a double. Let me talk about what a double is. There are different kinds of doubles I'm going to teach you today. A double is a bid made by one side after the other side has bid. If the double is followed by 3 passes, the bid that was doubled becomes the contract. Okay, so North opens 1 heart. And East says double.
And hear you.
North opens 1 heart, East says double. Don't worry about why East said double. for now, East says double. That is not a bid that can become a contract. The only bids that can become contracts have a number and a suit, or a number and the words no trump. If you look at your list, at your bidding scale of all the possible bids you can make, none of them say double. But it's still a bid. It's just not a bid on the bidding scale. So North says 1 heart, East says double, South passes, West passes, North passes. What bid was followed by 3 passes?
1 heart.
On a heart. None.
Yep, 1 bid was followed by 3 passes.
Double.
Double.
The double. So what does that mean? That means that because the only bid that was a number and a suit that was made is 1 heart, right? That's gonna be the contract.
Right.
What about this double business? The double business means that if 1 heart is the contract, nobody says anything else except double, that we're still playing in 1 heart, hearts is still trump, 7 tricks is still needed to make the contract. That contract has been doubled, which affects the score. If 1 heart contract is made, the side that made the contract will get the points that they would make for making 1 heart, but they will get extra because they made it when it was doubled. If, on the other hand, it's defeated and they don't make their 7 tricks, the side that doubled, you know that if your contract is defeated, you don't get any points your opponents do, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Hope you know that. So if they defeat that contract, the side that defeated the contract will get extra points because it was doubled. It only affects the score. Going with me on that, right?
That's the penalty double.
Don't worry about what it's called. I'm just saying if any bid ends up being doubled and everybody passes, that's what happens. Okay? Yes, in this case, it's a penalty double, but don't worry about that. Okay, so let's talk about what they call a penalty double. A penalty double means that one side is doubling their opponent's bid because they're hoping that that bid that was made ends up being the contract and they don't think they're going to make it. So let's take an extreme example. North says 1 spade, East passes, South says 6 spades. North opens once. I don't know why I always have North opening, but North opens 1 spade. East passes, South jumps to 6 spades. Don't worry about why. She's off her medications, whatever it is. She went to 6 spades.
I'm wondering if there's.
And now West looks at her hand. And what does she see in her hand? She sees an ace king of spades.
Oh,
Can this contract of 6 spades be made?
no.
There is no way in this
No.
life you can make 6 spades missing the ace and the king of trump.
Sure.
Okay.
Unless they both come out on the same trump.
Yeah, I would.
Come out on what?
Unless they, please, I hear talking. Please don't.
Okay.
Unless you lead a spade and you're only missing 2 spades, the ace and the king, and they both fall on the same trick. So you only lose one trick in trump. That's the only way. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the only way that you are going to make 6 spades, missing the ace and king. But if I'm west, sorry, and I'm sitting there with the ace and the king of spades, I know that my opponents cannot make this contract. So I am going to say double. And that says, partner, don't bid. We got them where we want them. They're not going to make the contract. We're going to get points for defeating them, and we're going to get extra points for defeating them because I doubled. So it would be 1 spade, pass, 6 spades, double, pass, pass, pass. Now, if not only South is off her medication, but North is off her medication, she might say redouble. Redouble means, oh, you're doubling me? I'm doubling you. I'm doubling your double. I'm sure I'm going to make this contract. I'm so sure that when you say double, I'm going to double that, which means if I make it, I'm going to get lots more extra points. But of course, if I'm not going to make it, you're going to get lots more extra points. Because not only was it doubled, but it was doubled again by me. Redoubled. All right, everybody good on that?
Yeah, I have
Yeah.
one.
It's called a penalty double.
Yes.
Double. Okay.
And if you're the partner of somebody who makes a penalty double, you're not going to bid because your partner has told you, I got this.
Yeah.
They're not going to make it. Be quiet. Let them stew in this contract.
Got that?
Lori, question.
Just, if you hold up that scenario, so say if it was one spade pass and then it went to 3 spades and, West doubled, and then, it went to North and then, and if North, bid, would that still keep the double? What?
Thank you. That's a good question. Every bid wipes away the previous bid. Every bid wipes away the previous bid. So if she says 1 spade and she passes and she says 2 diamonds, that 1 spade is gone. Right?
Yes.
So just like you're stepping up the ladder, when you step on a higher step, the one below it just falls away. I don't know how you're going to get down the ladder then, but okay. So a double wipes away the previous bid, and a bid over a double wipes away the double.
So then let me just build on that again. So if it went to 3 spades and you wanted to double, and then the 6th spade then went to 4 spades, if you were going to double a second time, would it be a redouble or a double?
No, a redouble means that the side that was doubled is making the redouble. In other words, if I double you and then I double you again, that's not a redouble. A redouble is I double you and then you double my double.
Okay. So if the double goes away once and then it comes around again and you want to double it again, it's still another double.
It's like the first double never happened.
Okay. Okay.
But you don't forget about it. When I say each bid erases the bid before, you still remember what happened because keep it in mind because each bid gives you information about your partner's hand and your opponent's hand. So you keep that information in your head,
Right.
but it doesn't count. That bid doesn't count.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
All right. So that's a penalty double. And you don't say penalty double, you just say double. And your your partner is going to know it's a penalty double. And that's why you said double, because you're doubling at a high level. If I said 1 spade and Linda is my opponent and she says double, is she doubling because she thinks I can't make 1 spade?
Yep. No.
That would be very unusual for her to think I couldn't make 1 spade. All I need is 7 tricks, right?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I would have to have a whole bunch of spades and a whole bunch of tricks and other things for her to have the nerve to think that I can't make 1 spade. So you might be perplexed. Well, why is she doubling at such a low level? Because a double at a low level early in the bidding is not saying, partner, they're not going to make it. It's saying something else. And that's what a takeout double is. A takeout double is a double made at a low level. So let's look at page 26 and see what it says about takeout double. If a player has, I'm on number 2, takeout double on page 26.
26?
Page 26.
Mine is 28. Huh? Okay.
On page 28, you have a sheet that says the takeout double. But on page 26, you have some other information about takeout double. Trust me on this. I'm looking right at it.
Oh,
Okay. Take out double, page 26. If a player has a hand that has enough points to make a bid, but it cannot overcall because he does not have a 5-card suit. Don't you need a 5-card suit to overcall?
yeah.
So let's say you have opening points and your opponent has made an opening bid, but you can't overcall. You can't bid over his bid, over your opponent's bid, because you don't have a 5-card suit. You don't want to just pass. One thing you can do is say double. You're doubling his bid, not because you don't think he can make it, but because that's how you're showing your partner that you have opening points. Here's what you need. You would need to have at least 3 cards in each of the unbid suits to double. If the next player passes, your partner is going to show you her best suit, even if she has no points at all. I will show you an example of this. Therefore, unless there's an intervening bid, take out doubles or forcing. A lot of information. Okay, here's North. As always with me, North is going to make an opening bid. North has, give me an opening hand. Give me a hand in which North would open 1 spade. Can I have the spades to North's hand, please? North's going to open 1 spade.
5 spades.
Jack.
Have to have
Give me the
5
spades.
5
Ace,
spades and 13 points. You have to have 13 points and 5 spades.
I know. I'm asking someone to give me the 5 spades. Give me the spades that North has.
Ace, king, queen. 5.
Ace, king, queen, what?
10, 5.
10, 5. Okay. So North already has 9 high card points, right? Don't want to get her up to 22. Then she'd open 2 clubs. Okay, let's have her hearts. Just somebody give me her hearts.
10 and a 5.
10 and a 5. She's a double 10 in hearts. Let's have her diamonds. She's got 7 cards so far. And
queen, jack,
yes, there's another one or just the queen and jack?
6.
Okay. We're building a hand together. So she's got 7, 9, 11, 12 high card points, 1 point for the extra spade. So we don't need any points in clubs for her to make an opening bid of one spade, right?
Right.
How many cards does she have in spades?
5.
5.
5.
I'm sorry. Clubs.
3.
3.
No, 4.
She does not.
4.
She has 5.
3.
Yes, 3. Sorry, 3.
3.
She's got 3 and 2 is 5 and 5 is 10. She needs 3 cards in clubs. Somebody give me her clubs.
7, 4, 2.
7, 4, 2. Okay. Then she certainly did 1 spade, right?
Right.
That's North. Here comes East. East is not going to have a 5-card suit, but East is going to have
Points.
13 points.
Mhm.
Here's what East is going to have. In spades, she's got a singleton 9. I'm going to hold this up. In hearts, she's going to have an ace, king, jack, 4. In diamonds, she's going to have an ace, king, 5, 3. And in clubs, she's going to have a 10, 9, 8, 6. Can she overcall?
No.
No,
No,
Why not?
too many points.
Two.
How
no.
many points? She's got 15 points.
No 5 cards.
She doesn't have 5.
No 5-card suit.
Oh, right.
Cannot overcall the 1 spade bid. She doesn't have a 5-card suit. If one of these clubs was a heart, or one of these clubs was a diamond, or one of these diamonds was a club, if she had a 5-card suit, she would bid it. She has enough points to overcall,
Right.
but she doesn't have a 5-card suit.
So she
And I
says
told you, your partner's promising you a 5-card suit when they overcall.
double.
But wouldn't it be sad to pass on this hand?
Hmm.
She's going to say double. She is not saying, no, it's not going to make 1 spade. She's saying, partner, I have opening points
But no suit.
and I have at least 3 cards in each of the unbid suits. And doesn't she have 3 cards in each of the unbid suits?
Yes.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, she has 4 cards in each of the unbid suits.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything's unbid except spades.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
She is telling her partner, no matter what you bid, partner, I can support you. I've got at least 3 cards in anything you bid. And I've got opening points. And it's there because otherwise she's got to pass. If she overcalls, she's lying to her partner and saying she's 5 cards. With me so far?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And this double that she's going to say is at the 1 level. North said 1 spade.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody at that table knows that East is not saying double because she doesn't think North is going to make 1 spade. It's not a penalty.
Right.
Next comes South. South happens to have garbage,
Mhm.
which makes sense because if North has opening points, if East has opening points, that's 26 points between them. There's only 40 in the whole deck. If you add up the points for every ace, king, queen, and jack, there's only 40. There aren't too many left.
Mm-hmm.
South has 4 points, 5 points. For whatever reason, she chooses to pass. So if West passes, the contract will be 1 spade doubled.
No.
North says a spade, East says double.
Double.
So she's got opening points and at least 3 cards in each of the unbid suits and no 5-card suit to overcall. Am I going too fast?
No.
No.
Let me know if I am. Because South passed, no matter what kind of garbage is sitting here in West, West has to make a bid. Otherwise, the contract is 1 spade doubled. North is going to make it
A lot of points.
and make extra points too because it's doubled.
So there wouldn't be any incentive if East doubled, South passed, West passed, North wouldn't make another bid.
North could make another bid.
Passes. There's 2
Why
passes.
would she?
Why would she? Right.
Because 1 spade, it's very difficult not to make 1 spade.
Mhm.
I mean, she's
Yep.
sitting there with ace, king, queen with 3 short tricks sitting right there
Right.
Mhm.
out of her 7.
And South
Couldn't
passed.
need much from her partner.
Right, right.
So West pretty much has to bid. The only way West doesn't bid is if she's sitting there with 5 or 6 spades. She goes, I like the idea of a contract of 1 spade
Right,
doubled.
right.
I think they're not going to make it.
Right.
But West is going to bid her best suit. Okay,
Mhm.
now, let's say South chooses to bid.
Can I ask one question? If would that scenario been able to, oh, no, it wouldn't have. I was gonna say if South was void, but well, what if South was void, but then
In spades,
then one of the suits would have had 5.
well, if she's void in spades, then she's got a pretty nice suit someplace else.
Right, right,
So depending on her points, she's probably going to bid.
right. Okay,
She's
gotcha.
probably not going to want to leave her partner in a contract where she doesn't have anything.
Who, South is going to bid or South passes?
Depends on what she's got. If it's the question I was asked is, what if North opens 1 spade, East doubles, is South going to pass if she doesn't have any spades? The thing is, though, that South knows that West has to bid if she passes. Person who asked me that question, it's a forcing bid. for the partner of the person who doubled. So if North says one spade and East doubles, South doesn't have to worry about them playing it in spades because West has to bid if she passes. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, yeah.
West
would be
is
the
a
next one.
forcing bid for West.
I do.
West must bid.
Then where does she
So
bid?
South doesn't have to worry, oh my God, we're gonna be stuck in spades and I don't have anything. She can safely pass because she knows West is going to bid and that's going to eliminate the double. Remember we talked about each bid eliminates the bid before?
Right.
So South can pass and West must bid. Now, what if South bids? What if it's one spade by North, double by East, and South happens to have some spades and some points? And she says, two spades. She's got 6 points, got 3 or 4 spades. Does West have to bid now?
No.
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 Does not have to, because the double and her partner from her partner has been eliminated. Does that mean she can't bid? Of course she can bid. She could still choose to show her partner her best suit, but she doesn't have to. So let's talk about when West would decide she's going to bid and when she wouldn't. And that will take us actually to, actually, before I do that, I want to show you something on page 27. There's a note here. There's a note. There may be times when, hang on 1 second. Okay, there may be times when the opposition has made an opening bid and you may have enough points to make an overcall, but you're unable to bid. What if you have 13 points, for example, but you don't have 5 cards in any suit, and you also don't have 3 cards in each of the unbid suits? Remember I said in order to make a takeout double, you have to have at least 3 cards in each of the unbid suits? Okay, so let's take a look at this hand in the middle of page 27. North has opened 1 diamond. You are East, and this is your hand. You have 7, 9, 10, 17, 18 points. 18 points. What are you going to bid after your opponent has bid 1
Why did
diamond?
you get 18? Did you take the one for the extra diamond? Is
Of
that-
course I did.
Oh, okay.
Of course I did. Okay, so my opponent has opened 1 diamond. What would you like me to bid? Can I bid 2 diamonds?
No.
I'm not bidding my opponent's suit. You don't know it. You don't know it yet because we haven't learned. That would come in a more advanced class. But if you bid your opponent's suit, it means something else.
Right.
You would never bid your opponent's suit. Say, oh, I have that suit too. You don't do that. So your opponent has opened 1 diamond. You're not going to bid diamonds. Do you
No.
have any other suit that you can bid?
Double.
Yeah, can I call you back in half an hour?
Yes, you can call her back in a half an hour. Please mute yourself if you're on the phone.
Well, you'd either keep quiet or bid 1 Trump.
If you bid 1 no Trump, you are saying that you have 15 to 17 points.
Well, that's close. No,
No.
didn't say anything. Pass.
You say double.
You have a lot of,
You have a lot of points.
a
1
lot
no
of,
Trump is a possibility, but a double is not a possibility.
You don't have 3 cards.
Cannot double because you don't have 3 to 4 cards in each of the unbid suits.
Okay.
oh,
Your hearts are 2 of them. So you could either say 1 no Trump, taking a chance with those clubs, or you would have to pass. And hope that your opponents get so high in the bidding that you could then double them through the penalty. Hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You have enough beautiful cards that you might, if they go up high enough, might be able to double them for penalty, meaning that they're not going to make their contract.
But if you,
Diane, you had a question.
can I have a question?
Diane and then Sarah.
Yeah, could you do two no trump?
All right, an overcall of two no trump is the same as an opening bid of two no trump, which is 20 to 21 points.
Okay,
An overcall of one no trump is the same thing as an opening bid of one no trump, which is 15 to 17 points. So the person who said it's close enough, yeah, you could cheat a little bit and overcall one no trump on that, but you could also pass. One thing you cannot do is double, and you can't overcall the diamonds. So either you overcall one no trump or you pass. Sari?
Yeah, that was my question. You said 18, I thought 15 to 17 if you said one no trump. So if you
Yes.
say 18, your partner could assume that you only mean 15 to 17, even if you have 18?
Well, the worst thing that could happen is if you overcall one no trump is that you're undervaluing your hand. I'm only worried about those clubs, one no trump. But it's not a terrible bid to make, one no trump on that. My
Okay,
point in showing you this was to demonstrate that you cannot double,
okay.
even though
And what if you have 19 points?
what do you have in terms of,
So you
what do you
would
have
say,
in terms of distribution?
yeah, so then you would just say one of a suit.
Only if you have a five, cannot
Five
overcall,
major,
have a
yeah.
5-card suit.
major, yeah.
Your only 5-card suit is your opponent's suit. Can't overcall in your opponent's suit.
Can't overcall, okay.
right.
So you would pass? Or you would say
19
one,
points.
if you have 19
Where I have
points,
the points. If I have a balanced hand, I'm not bidding one no trump with 19 points. I'm not bidding two no trump with 19 points. I'm probably passing and hope that they get up high enough and then double them.
okay.
I mean, imagine if I have 19 points and they end up in 3 diamonds or 4 diamonds. They're not gonna, I can double them then, and I'm doubling them for penalty. When I say doubling them for penalty, I'm doubling them because I think they're not gonna make it. Okay, I told you this was a little complicated. All right.
Hey,
So let's have a little bit more information on the takeout double. I'll go over 28 with you, and then there's all kinds of sample hands on 29 and 30. Let's get as far as we can go. Page 28. A takeout double is made when your opponent has bid and your partner has not. Like with the penalty double, you just say double. So the question is, when you say double, if it's a takeout double, you're asking your partner to bid, right? You're asking your partner to show her best suit. But if it's a penalty double, you're telling your partner, don't bid. They're not going to make it. So you have to learn that when to know what kind of double it is. If you're doubling at the lowest level, you're telling your partner it's a takeout double. I have 3 to 4 cards in each of the unbid suits. I have opening points. I want to hear what your best suit is. If you're doubling at a high level, you're saying, I don't think my opponents are going to make it. Don't bid, partner. That makes sense, right? You wouldn't double penalty unless they had gone up pretty high. Like with the penalty double, you just say double. If your double is followed by 3 passes, the opponent's bid becomes the contract, and because it was doubled, it'll give a higher score to either the offense or the defense, depending on whether or not the contract is made. So far, I am going to have to mute everybody unless people mute themselves when they make noise. I'm sorry. Don't want to be mean, but all right, thank you. Also, as in the penalty double, a takeout double can be redoubled by the side that made the bid. So if North says 1 spade and East says double, South can say redouble. Whatever it means, don't worry about it, but it can be done. Unlike the penalty double, the purpose of the takeout double is not to communicate, I don't think you can make a contract. Message of the takeout double is to say, I have an opening hand, I can't overcall as I don't have 5 in a suit. Please describe your hand, partner. Got it? Stopping for questions. These are the elements of a hand that can be used to make a takeout double. Opening points, and you can count distribution. 3 to 4 cards in each of the unbid suits. And the reason I'm saying 3 to 4 cards and not 5 cards, is if you had 5 cards, you'd overcall. Right?
Right.
If you had a 5-card suit, you wouldn't be doubling, you just bid your suit. Unless your suit is the opponent's suit. And shortness in the suit bid by the opposition. A takeout double can be made right after your right-hand opponent has bid, or after both opponents have bid. So here's an example where it's not the first thing out of your mouth. Okay. So North says 1 heart. And East passes. And South says 2 hearts. West can double. Because it's the first bid made by this side, right? North says a heart, East passes, South says 2 hearts, West says double. What does that mean West has? She has 3 to 4 cards in spades, 3 to 4 cards in clubs, 3 to 4 cards in diamonds, and she has opening points. Is this a takeout double or a penalty double?
Takeout double.
Takeout.
It is not a penalty double.
No.
Not saying I can't make 2 hearts. They can't make 2 hearts. Now, here's another example. North says 1 heart, East passes, and South says 1 spade. What is South saying? South saying I have at least 6 points and I have at least 4 spades.
Right.
And she may or may not have support for hearts. She may have 3 hearts, but she may have such fantastic spades that she wants to show them first, right?
Right.
I have a question.
Let me finish my sentence, please, my thing, and then hold your question. So North says 1 heart, East passes, South says 1 spade. I may have support for you in hearts, I may not, I want to show you my spades. And West doubles.
Telling you she's
She is saying she has 3 to 4 cards in each of the unbid suits, but the unbid suits now do not include spades.
Right.
They're clubs and diamonds.
Well,
So she cannot promise support in hearts and spades. Unbid suits. Lori and then Sari. Lori, you have to unmute.
So maybe I missed something there, but so if North said 1 heart and then pass, and then South said 1 spade, what does that double mean then? Because it now
A takeout double means I have opening points and I have at least 3 cards in each of the unbid suits. The unbid suits now are clubs and diamonds
right.
because these suits have been bid.
So he also has cards in hearts and spades because
Maybe.
maybe.
For all you know, he could have 6 clubs and 7 diamonds.
Okay.
He could, but if he did, he'd probably bid them. He'd probably just overcall. You're right. He probably doesn't have more than 4 diamonds or 4 clubs.
Okay.
Right, he'd overcall if he had a longer set.
Well, that's my question. My question is, I thought we learned that if you have 3 clubs or 4 diamonds, and you have the points, you have 13 or more points, that you.
Opening, that's an opening bid.
Yeah, and this is
I
not,
taught you if you're making an opening bid and you have 4 diamonds, you open diamonds. If you have 3 clubs, you open clubs. You're talking about responses, opening bids.
so
Once North says 1 heart,
so that's
there's
the,
no more opening bids.
that's the, in other words, when the first person who goes, that's the opening bid. So when the double for West, that's not already the 4th person. So that's what you're
An
replying.
opening bid is the first time anybody says anything at the table that's not pass.
Okay,
North started out with an opening bid.
that's the.
Everything else is an overcall or a response.
Okay, I got you now.
Carolyn,
So now, does that mean that north or east has to answer the double? No. So would north come
Oh,
back
does it
with,
mean that East has to answer the double? East has to answer the double.
That's what I
North
meant.
doesn't have to say anything.
okay, right, east does. So what
But-
would north,
But if North bids, East's obligation to bid is gone,
right, okay,
unless East happens to have the points and she wants to show something.
right. Got it.
Thank you. It's a good question.
Okay.
Anybody else? Oh, God, I'm sorry.
Barbara,
Just took a look at the time.
I know.
You guys make the time
Crazy.
fly. I have to say, I love you guys. You make the time fly. All right, look over the rest of the lesson. We'll go over it next time. I'm going to do my best to try to get everything covered in the curriculum. If not, we'll just have to let something slide.
Thank you.
Again, and
Unbelievable.
again, have my email address, actann@aol.com, ACTANNE. I'll put it in the chat.
What is it?
And I'm putting it in the chat.
In the chat? How do we look into, we just click on?
Click
chat?
on chat.
Okay, where is it?
It's in the same row with raising the hand.
Yeah, but I don't see your email.
It's not an email. My email address, click
Yeah.
on the word chat. Does everyone see my
Yes, yes,
message? It's there.
yes.
It's there.
So that's my email address. If you don't understand something I went over today, email me, give me your phone number. I'll call you up.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
you. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Thank you.
Sari, what's the matter?
Your email address didn't come up on my chat when I hit chat.
Okay, I'm sure it's there, but I'll give it to you
Oh,
again.
okay.
ACT. Act, like
ACT.
like you act in a show. ACTANNE@AOL.com.
ACTAME.
ANNE, my name.
Oh.
ACTANNE@AOL.com.
@AOL.com.
Right.
Okay, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good one,
Take
guys.
care.
Weekend.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You too.
Hi.
Bye.
Jerry, who called so many times?
One call was a confirmation to me on Monday